Hey, Helen, my love. Are you happy leaving without a word and ditching your husband like that?
What do you want? I can't believe that you have the nerve to text me after all that happened.
We're married after all. Do you have a problem with receiving texts from your husband? AKA the man you chose to love? Why do you sound so grumpy today? You should be more sweet to your husband.
I have nothing more to say to you. Make this quick. I'm not in the mood to listen to your complaints or whatever gibberish you have to say this time.
Okay, relax. Do you have some money I can borrow?
Money? You were asking if I have some money that you can borrow. Do you really think I do, or are you just trying to make fun of me?
I'm dead serious. I'm asking for money. My mother is terribly ill right now, and I don't have enough money to provide proper care for her. When you decided to marry me, we became one big family, so it's your duty to support my mother. Even though you two are not biologically related, you have to serve your duty as my wife and help her out. I just need about $20,000, but feel free to send more if you can.
$20,000? I don't have that much money on me right now. I'm not giving you a single penny, even if I was a billionaire. You can get a personal loan from a bank or beg your friends for money, but don't come to me asking for money.
What, you think this is some kind of joke? You ran away and are hiding somewhere, but I know where you are. I can easily find you if I put in the effort. Do you want me to find you and beat you up like I used to?
You don't scare me. I'm not the young, naive Helen that I once was. I escaped hell with my precious daughter, Rose. I did everything I could to feed her and send her to school. I've seen and gone through all kinds of things that were worse than living with you. Your threats don't mean anything to me.
You're acting tough, but I know you're scared on the inside.
I could have taken my revenge on you, but I decided not to because you're still the father of my daughter. So don't ask me for money and stay away from us.
Okay, Helen, I see how it is. But I'm not the same old Steve that you remember either. You'll regret it. Rose, my dear, how are you?
Dad? Is it really you?
That's right, this is your dad. How are you feeling?
I'm doing very well, Dad. The doctor said I don't need any surgery in the future. I'm totally fine. Why did you reach out to me after all those years? Why now? Why couldn't you come and see me before? I was in the hospital and wanted to see you, but you would never visit.
No, I wanted to see you, of course. I miss you so much. I don't know how this will sound to you, but it was because of your mother who insisted on keeping me away from you. She didn't let me come in to see you, and she blocked my number so that I wouldn't be able to call you.
What? My mom would never do that. She doesn't have any right to keep you away from me. You're my dad. Why would she do that to me? She knew I wanted to see you.
I have no clue. It's very unfortunate that this had to happen. I know it might be too late, but I wanted to stay by your side and your mother's. I want us three to be united and live a happy family. Can you bring it up to your mom and maybe convince her? I know she has some grudges against me, but I'm sure she'll listen to you if you suggest it.
Really? You mean it? You're really coming back to me? I thought you left because you hated me.
I'm your father. No father ever hates his daughter. I loved your mother, and that's how you were born. You were a gift from God. For some reason, your mother lied to you and left me one day. I searched all over the country looking for you and your mother.
I'm so disappointed in her. How can she do that to a person?
Please, just try to convince her to take me in. I want to be a good father to you and make up for the time that was lost.
Of course, Dad. Trust me, I'll do everything I can. How could you do this to me? You're the worst. What are you talking about? Don't talk to me like that. Why didn't you let me see my dad all along? He told me that he searched the whole country for me, only to find out that you were the one who kept me hidden from him. Why didn't you tell me any of this? You saw me get bullied at school because I didn't have a father. All of my friends had both parents and I was so jealous of them, but I didn't say it in front of you because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. But you betrayed me. Don't tell me you were talking to him behind my back. He reached out to me first. He was able to get in touch with me today because you've been getting in the way all these years. I'm so disappointed in you. You knew I always wanted to see my father. Why did you do this to me? Why did you have to lie to me and hide the truth? Are you really my mother? Do you even love me? Rose, there has been some miscommunication between us. I will explain everything, so calm down. There was no communication whatsoever. I don't even know what my father looks like because of you. If only I could see him in person. I'm trying to explain it to you. Things were very complicated back then, and I wasn't sure how to properly tell you everything. Now I'm ready, so just be patient with me and hear me out. I don't want to listen to anything you say. I can't trust you anymore. I only trust my dad, so bring him back to me and then we can talk. Steph, have you heard from Rose by any chance? You saw her in class this morning, right?
I was about to call you. She was in class every day, but she didn't look too great since yesterday. I could tell that there was something going on. Is she all right?
Oh no, is that so?
Should I be worried? Is she not coming home? Do you want me to look for her?
She hasn't come home since yesterday, and I don't know where she is right now. I don't want you to get involved in this mess, but it looks like her father said something to her recently that made her lose her trust in me. She was extremely upset and confused, and she refused to listen to anything I said.
No way! He's out of his mind. Do you know what he said to her?
I think he told her that I was the main reason why he couldn't get in touch with her, which isn't completely wrong, but
I saw it with my own eyes how he was cheating on you. I can't believe he had the guts to lie to her and victimize himself like that. So you didn't tell her the truth yet?
I didn't because it would be too much for her to process. I know I should, but I haven't figured out the best way to do it.
I respect your situation, and I don't want to cross the boundary by saying this, but I strongly believe that Rose deserves to know the truth about her father. I know how hard you worked to feed her, buy her nice clothes, have a roof over her head, send her to school, etc. You've done all these things as a single mother, and it was not easy. She shouldn't blame you for what happened, and that's why she needs to know what her father did to you ASAP. She tends to listen to me pretty well, so I'll try to sit down with her and get her to listen to you, if you give me your permission to do that.
I would appreciate that. You're only 2 years older than her, and she does think of you as more than just a cousin. She looks up to you and sees you as her role model. I don't know how to thank you enough for everything you've done for her.
Not at all. Don't mention it. She's a wonderful person to be around. I'll find her and talk to her, so please relax. Rose, where are you?
Why do you need to know where I am?
Your mother told me what happened. She's worried sick right now. You need to go home and listen to what she has to say.
Why are you taking her side? I don't feel like talking to anyone right now, so just leave me alone.
Hey, I am on your side. I know that this can be difficult and you're confused. You probably feel like you've been lied to for your entire life and you don't know who to trust. And that's why you're frustrated. Because you feel alone and you don't know where you belong.
Exactly, but my mom doesn't understand.
But let's try to be more rational for a second and think about your best option here. Ignoring your mom won't help you in any way. She just wants to clear up any misunderstanding and will respect your decisions.
What misunderstanding? I know everything now. She blocked my dad's calls and texts so that I'd grow up without a father. Am I wrong?
That is true. She didn't want you to see her dad, so she shut him out completely. But I want to ask you to think about why she did that. What made her do what she did?
Well, I never thought about it that way. You have a point.
Rose, I'm about to tell you something really important, okay? I'm very serious right now. You were born with both your legs detached from your hips.
What?
I'm sure it's a shock to hear that, but it's true. Until you were 1, you were relying entirely on your muscles and not any joints to move. You had to go into a few surgeries as a baby because without proper treatment, it was likely that you wouldn't be able to walk at all in the future. My mom and Aunt Helen still talk about how scared and anxious they were. I was only 4 probably, but I still remember how they were just pacing back and forth in front of the operating room. Neither of them spoke a word, but I could tell that they were freaking out.
Is that why I'm a little bow-legged, or is that irrelevant?
It could be from that, plus the fact you learned to walk so late in your life. You developed a habit of kind of sliding your feet because you were afraid of walking normally, since it would be painful for you. I don't remember that much because I was very young at the time too, but you should know that your mom tried her best to help out. She looked into different hospitals and treatments herself to find the best solution for you. Another important thing you need to keep in mind, though, is that I saw your dad cheating on her many times.
My dad cheated on my mom? How come no one told me before?
You heard me. Your dad was cheating on your mom even when she was pregnant with you. So there's no way he cared about you or your condition. Also, he never helped to pay the hospital bills.
He didn't care about me at all? Even though I was sick and needed the most care?
Oh, there's more. He used your mom's, my mom's, and grandma's names for personal loans because he was addicted to gambling at the time. I don't know if he's still doing that now, but we were able to pay off all our debts just 2 years ago. It was really difficult for all of us for a very long time.
How come I never knew about this? I didn't know anything and I said such awful things to my mom. What do I do?
Don't blame yourself too much. At least you know now.
God, I hope she forgives me. I hurt her feelings and shattered her heart like that. What if she doesn't want to see me?
You know your mom the best. She cares about you too much and I doubt she's angry. I think she's stressed and worried because you've been missing for more than a day now and this has never happened before.
You're right. I'm gonna go home and apologize to my mom. That will sort things out and clear any misunderstandings. This time, I'm gonna listen to her and be respectful.
I'm glad I could help. Let me know how it goes.
Mom, I'm on my way home. I'll be there in a few minutes.
Oh, I'm so relieved to finally hear from you. It's great to hear that you're safe and coming home. I was worried sick all this time. What if something happened to you? I looked everywhere.
I want to properly apologize to you for putting you in that situation. I didn't mean to do that. Also, I'm really sorry that I said those things earlier. I shouldn't have said them. You were trying to explain everything to me and I just made things up on my own. I heard everything from Stephanie, what kind of person he was and what he did to us, etc. And when I was really young, Grandma, my father's side grandma, she was yelling at you and forcing you to put me up for adoption.
How do you remember that? You were not even 4 at the time.
It was one of the scariest moments in my life. I never saw her after that day. You scooped me up and left immediately.
Oh, Rose. I just want you to know that no matter what other people say, you'll always be my beloved daughter. Do you understand?
Of course I understand. You didn't have to spell it out for me. I already know from the bottom of my heart that you love and care about me a lot. I wouldn't have made it this far without you. One day I will be super successful and famous and let the world know what amazing mother you are.
You're saying you want to become a celebrity.
Maybe, but I just want to make lots of money so that my family won't have to struggle so much. And I won't be fooled by my father's lies again. I don't consider him as my father. You, Aunt Emma, Stephanie, and Grandma are all I have. You're my real family.
I was expecting a call from you, Helen, but you seem to be busy. Did Rose say anything to you recently?
You piece of garbage. Not only did you blatantly lie to your daughter, but you're also pretending like nothing happened. I told you to stay away from me and my family.
Did you just call me a piece of garbage? Rose will be mad at you when she hears that you've been acting so disrespectful towards me.
You never showed up once when I was pregnant with her. You were out drinking with some girls at a bar. You didn't even bother to look at her when she was born because you were in another country with your girlfriend. So it makes me laugh that you suddenly care about her so much these days. I didn't think you'd know her name.
You can't deny that I'm her biological father, though.
Remember when you had a stroke and were hospitalized for days and days? I stayed by your side 24/7 and helped you recover even though you were ill because of your drinking. Seriously, how could you drink every single day when you didn't even have money? Do you even know that I paid off all of your debt 2 years ago? How come you never reached out then to say a little thank you?
None of that was my fault.
Well, I'm not going to let you ruin my daughter's life like you did with mine. I will kill you if you ever try to approach her in any way.
You can't tell me to cut ties with her. I'm her father, and that won't change. Do a genetic test, and it'll say that I'm her father. Plus, Rose is smart, so she will not believe you. She'll listen to me and take my side.
Rose and I talked about it already. She had made it clear that she wants nothing to do with you and finds it ridiculous that you expected her to believe your words. This is my last warning. Stay away from me and Rose. If you ask for money again or try to find where we live, I will take action myself.
Hey, Mom, check your bank account and let me know what you see.
Oh, wait, why did you send me another $1,000 this time? I'll give it back to you in 1 sec. You need to spend your money for yourself. You can't just give it away like this. Geez, are you just giving it all to me?
No, don't send it back. $1,000 isn't as much as I would have liked. I promise I'll send you more next time. For now, just go shopping with Aunt Emma and Grandma.
Knowing how hard you work, I can't possibly spend this much money on myself.
Then share it with Auntie and Grandma. Come on, shopping is fun.
Oh, but this is just too much. The more I think about it, the more I realize that it's wrong for me to spend my only daughter's money like this.
I don't know what you're talking about. Compared to what you had to do to raise me, this is barely anything at all. Just accept it and enjoy, please. If you really refuse, I'll be extremely sad, and you don't want that, right? I want to see the three of you just enjoying life together. That'd make me truly happy. If it makes you feel any better, I make quite a lot, probably more than you think. You don't have to worry about a thing. I still have money for myself even after giving some to you.
Who can stop you? Am I allowed to accept this? I mean, I really appreciate it and all, but you didn't have to do this, you know?
You've had the same car for more than 10 years, right? This is the perfect time for you to get a new car.
Rose, but as your mother, I'd rather have you buy your own car than spend your money on me.
I bought my car last year, so it's time for you to get a new one. And stop saying that. Without you, I wouldn't be here, so it makes sense that I repay you. Of course, what you did for me is beyond my capabilities, but I really mean it when I say I want you to live a peaceful and comfortable life. You've done and sacrificed a lot raising me.
Don't say that. You mean the world to me.
You should just accept the car right now, because pretty soon I'm going to buy you a house too. You need a car first, then a house, don't you agree?
What? A house? Oh my gosh, you come up with all kinds of ways to scare me like this.
Well, that just means you'll have to get used to it since more is coming your way. I can stop by this weekend. Let's drive to downtown and explore. The restaurants and cafes are really fancy and popular there.
Oh, I'm at a loss for words. I'm so proud of you. You don't know how happy I am to see you doing so well. I'm not talking about your financial status. I'm talking about how happy you seem these days.
Helen, it's been a while. You're living in the same place that I last saw you a few years ago.
How did you know? And how did you even get my number in the first place?
I have my ways. This is your car, isn't it? I recognize this license plate. This must be yours, I'm sure of it. So, that little girl Rose has all grown up to be a fine young lady. She's quite rich, it seems. Is she a doctor? A lawyer? How does she have so much money?
I warned you to stay away from her. I don't want to hear her name from you.
Wow, what did I do? I never went near her, and I basically know nothing about her. I am totally innocent. I never did anything that would go against your words. I'm just curious how she's doing, that's all.
Don't you dare do anything stupid. And stop playing innocent. We all know what you did.
Seriously, I don't care what you say anymore. You don't scare me one bit. I just have a few questions and you'll answer them honestly. After that, I will go away and you won't hear from me.
I'm not answering any of your questions. That was very clear.
So, I want to know if she's living with you right now or if she lives by herself somewhere. She hasn't contacted me for years. How is this possible? It's not like she has more than one father. I'm her only father. She should show more respect to her own father. She and I need to talk to each other in person and clear up any misunderstandings. I should teach her how to be more respectful towards your parents too, since you clearly didn't do that.
Steve, I'm serious. If you lay a finger on her, I will kill you.
Oh no, I'm so scared. What's up, my little Rose? How are you doing?
Oh, I didn't expect to hear from you. What's the matter?
What do you mean? There's nothing going on. Do I need a special reason to reach out to my own daughter? I wanted to talk to you for so long, but again, your horrible mother freaked out and started cursing at me. I couldn't stand it anymore, so I just decided to ignore her and say hi. I missed you a lot.
I see. Mom did call me a few times today, but I couldn't answer because I was in a meeting until 5 minutes ago. I think I know why she called, though.
Because she knew you would get a text from me?
No, more like because she wanted to let me know that I should watch out for her and try to avoid any trouble that you'll throw at me. That's my guess, but I'm pretty confident.
Am I just worthless to you?
Yep, you're worse than garbage, but I just can't find any other word to describe you other than that. You are my dad after all, whether I like it or not. I'll just stop here even though I want to call you other names too. Calling you my dad makes me want to puke. You're the most disgusting person in the world, and I can't believe you're actually my biological father.
Watch your words. Who do you think you are?
I have a good idea of why you reached out to me again, but I won't ask. I kinda don't want to hear it. I'm not in the mood to deal with you or your BS. I agree with Mom that I should just avoid people like you for my own sake. Please, please, please don't text or call me ever again unless you're up for a real challenge. I'm warning you, it won't be pretty.
Like mother, like daughter. You two are out of your minds. How dare you talk to your family like this? Did you tell your mother to say those words to me? Did she raise you to be rude and disrespect those who love you? How could you abandon your old father like this?
You need to get your facts straight. You're the one who's crazy. While you were out somewhere doing who knows what, my mother sacrificed her life for me so that I would have a normal life without a father. You weren't a good husband, and you weren't a good father. You didn't do anything for us. Worse, you dragged us down with your debt. Then you have the guts to say you want to come back to us and unite as a family? Don't you think it's ridiculous? I tried to be understanding, but this is just beyond what I can accept. You seriously cannot say such things to me or my mom. I can't do anything for you at this point, so you should just stay away from us and live your own life.
Fine, I'll stay away from y'all if that's what you want. But don't forget that I'm still your father and you wouldn't exist if it weren't for me.
Sure. But when you abandoned the baby, who couldn't eat, cry, or make any sound, my mom stayed behind and saved her. I wouldn't be here without her. You and your mother, who doesn't deserve to be called my own grandmother, literally said that an ugly baby like me is better off dead. Am I wrong?
Don't underestimate me. I know where you and your mother live. I even know where your aunt and grandmother live. I have nothing to lose now. If you don't apologize right this second, I will do something that will make you regret what you just said. You will always be a Bernstein, and people know that we're father and daughter.
I hate that I'm a Bernstein. If there was only a way to change my last name to my mom's, I would. Why can't you just leave us alone and get a life? All you do is drink or go to casinos. It's embarrassing to have you as a father.
Don't provoke me like this. You have no idea what I'm capable of.
So terrifying. Mom, are we done packing?
Oh, I'm almost finished. I can't believe we're moving to another country. I've been so busy lately trying to get everything ready.
What? Who's moving to what country?
What is this? Why am I in a group chat with him?
I just found it really funny that he was making useless threats about how he knows where we are and will come after us if we make him mad. I wonder if he'll follow us all the way to Switzerland.
I don't think so. He can't even if he wants to. His criminal records won't allow him to leave the country.
I didn't know he had criminal records. I've been talking with a criminal all along and I didn't even know. I was totally clueless. What's even funnier is that he even said things like how we were both uneducated people who didn't know what respect was. I can't believe he said that. It's hilarious. I can't stop laughing.
I thought you already knew, but maybe I forgot to tell you. He went to prison because he forged other people's signatures and made massive loans using their personal information. That's why I was forced to pay his debt. He basically used my family to get his money and go to casinos. If I remember correctly, his mother was very shocked to hear that her son was sent to jail, that she passed out on the spot and was hospitalized. She didn't live very long after that, and the doctor said it was due to extreme stress.
Oh, shut up. Don't talk about my mother that way.
I won't shut up, so leave the group chat if you want, for all I care.
Let's stop here, Mom. I'll take it from here. I can stand up for myself and it's my turn to protect you. Okay, Mr. Steve Bernstein. My mother filed a divorce against you a long time ago, and you two are no longer married. You know that yourself. I don't even remember what you look like because it's been so long. So it'd be better for you if you just thought that you never had a daughter from the very beginning and got a life.
No way, you will always be my daughter. That's something that you can't change no matter what. Don't talk to your father like that.
I'm not calling you my dad anymore, and I don't have to listen to you. My mom and I are leaving the country in a couple days, and I've hired security guards to protect us and escort us to the airport. You won't be able to come near us because I've already reported you to the cops for threatening us. By the way, you secretly took pictures of my mom's car and the plate, but we're selling it to a friend of ours soon. Those pictures are totally useless, and if you actually damage the car or do something illegal with those photos, the police will come after you.
Both of you will regret this. You can't do this to me.
Good luck to you and see you never. Mom, let's stay at a hotel tonight. I heard their service is excellent and their wine is one of the best in the country.
That's so exciting. I'll get ready.
I was able to find a high-paying job in Switzerland thanks to my manager who used to work there. My mom, whose dream was to live in Europe, agreed to come with me, and now we're having the best time of our lives. The first thing I did when I moved there was legally changing my last name. I had Steve's last name for my entire life when he was less than a father figure to me. I couldn't stand having his family name, but didn't get a chance to fix it until this year. Changing your legal name meant there were a lot of documents to be handled, and I had to wait for my new passport as well as my driving license. It was extremely complicated and stressful, but it was very well worth it. I'm officially Rose Leanne Morris. From what I heard, Steve Bernstein tried to borrow money from his siblings and cousins, but they all turned him down. According to what Steph said, he was even beat up by one of them, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. Obviously, he's broke and homeless, so I'm guessing he's somewhere out there trying to borrow money from random people and getting drunk whenever he can afford to buy alcohol. Oh well, what did I expect from him anyways?
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more and see you soon.